please. Sure.
Because I'm watching the tears on your face, and that's what I do. And Tara got it.
Same difference.
Any gentlemen who can act as pallbearers, or anyone who can act as pallbearer, we'll ask that you come forward.
Are they saying?
You need 6 for the paper trail.
How many more do we need?
Got enough.
Okay, look.
Oh,
they got
yes, sir.
That's true.
Sir, please come. Go ahead. Brandon, take your time.
No, maybe she could use it on her bed.
I want some more blanket. No, we're good.
Thank you, really. Thank you. Thank you, pallbearers. You may
She
rejoin your
say
family.
hello when you remember Ford's Rockaway. Yeah, I love it.
If I may have your attention, please, we are about to begin our service. If I could ask that everyone please take a moment to make sure that your cell phones are turned to their silent mode. Conducting our service today will be Rabbi Michael Sommer.
The act of kriya, or the act of tearing, is as old as biblical times. When a loved one died back then, they were to tear their clothing and pour ash upon their head. It comes forward as a black ribbon that a mourner wears in their lapel so friends and family can approach them with love and sympathy. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, dayan ha'emet. Blessed are you, O Lord our God, judge and true. The psalmist in those words wrote long ago, I lift my eyes to the mountains, what is the source of my help? My help comes from Adonai, maker of heaven and earth. God will not let your foot give way, your protector will not slumber. See, the protector of Israel neither slumbers nor sleeps. God is your guardian, God is your protection at your right hand. The sun will not strike by day, nor the moon by night. God will guard you from all harm. God will guard your soul, going and coming now and forever.
Steinberg.
The poet wrote, "What is the measure of a man? His measure is the kind words people say when he isn't there, and the good memories he creates that stay indelible in the minds of all who knew him. What is the measure of a man? It's the amount of love he leaves in people's hearts, and the laughter he leaves upon people's lips. It's the length of time he's remembered, his good deeds, his kind words, measuring the length of years and stories of his best moments and kindness that told by family and loved ones alike. Each of us lives our lives one day at a time. Marvin Steinberg lived his 82 years to his fullest, good days and bad. His life was the adventure he wanted to live, surrounded by the family and friends who meant the most to him. Family was everything to Marvin. If you were a friend, he treated you like family. If you were family, he would do almost anything for you. Son of Simon and Estelle, both of blessed memory. Father of Jacob and his wife Tara. Brother of Alan of blessed memory. And his sister Rhoda, who along with Becky, helped allow us this moment to remember Marvin and his place in your lives. Beloved grandpa of Davin, Silas, Dahlia, and Lola. Cherished uncle of Becky, Angela, Larry, Louis, Bruce, and Deborah. Friend to so many. You're blessed with the lives we share. May Marvin's memory always be a blessing as we celebrate the memory of his life. The poet wrote, "If you are reading this, then I must be gone. Remember me true, my good days and bad, although I hope our memories hold more smiles than pain. Remember the days filled with laughter, so that your tears may hold some sweetness and less sorrow. I never claimed perfection, although I'm still convinced I was right a lot. But please forgive me those moments when I couldn't admit I was wrong. I tried to fit so much in what felt like so little time. Life is built day upon day, where memories accumulate like fallen leaves in autumn. We keep only the most special and colorful ones, while the rest are swept away and forgotten. I'm so blessed for all my days you filled with so much color. If this is being read, and I'm off elsewhere never to return, remember my love for you more than anything else, because in the end, that's all that matters most." The birds made popular these ancient words of Ecclesiastes when they sang that there is a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. A time to tear down and a time to build. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to scatter stones and a time to gather them. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to search and a time to give up. A time to keep and a time to throw away. A time to tear and a time to mend. A time to be silent and a time to speak. Now is the time we speak of Marvin's life. Let's invite his daughter-in-law Tara to say some words.
When I met Marvin, I liked him immediately. And I was more excited about having a father-in-law when I married Jacob than I was about gaining a husband. And when Jacob left, Marvin stepped in. And he was there for me and my daughter. And he told me so many stories about so many adventures that he had. And we had a couple adventures of our own. He didn't start slowing down until after he turned 80 years old. He just had so much spunk. And sometimes I had a hard time keeping up with him. He had a handful of true friends that would go to the end of the earth for him. And if he was your friend, he would go to the end of the earth for you. There was nothing that he wouldn't do. If you needed something, he was right there and he would do anything. It didn't matter what it was, he would do anything for you. If he needed to drive 1,000 miles to help you, then he was there. He had his bags packed and he said, "Well, when are we leaving?" And it didn't matter if you were blood or not, if he loved you, He loved you big. And he loved you with everything, and he loved you forever. He loved you till the day he died. I learned so much from him. And I knew that my time with him was precious because I lost my own dad. So having that time with him that I had, it wasn't taken for granted. And he was an awesome grandpa, and he was an awesome friend, and he was an awesome father, and he was so loved.
Call Marvin's niece Angela to say some words.
Marvin was my uncle, and no, not blood related. He was the only uncle that I knew, and he loved me with all his heart. When I was growing up and having problems as a teenager, and I don't think my parents knew what to do with me, I spent almost every weekend over at my aunt Colette and Uncle Marvin's house. And he was always there for me with just kindness, and he was always fun, always up for adventure. If you had something happen, if your car broke down on the highway and you had to call him, he was there in a minute, didn't question it. And anything that would happen, he was always there. And we went on so many adventures on his boat, on his motorcycle, up at Woodhaven where he had a little campground. We would go up there, and just being a kind person to be there to listen to someone that needed just, somebody to be there as an adult for them. He was always kind to both of my sisters, and our family just loved him. We never thought of him as anything but family. And all the years after, when he was not able to be around as much, we still kept in contact with him, and he just always had a good attitude about life, and he really truly was the best uncle I could have asked for. So I'll miss him, and I'm grateful for his presence in my life.
Call up Marvin's niece Becky.
Growing up for me with my uncle, he was my father. I never knew my father. And from my littlest moment in life, I can remember living in Lake Dalton and him coming down the road on his Harley with a 4-foot Wile E. Coyote on the back of it from Six Flags, and me playing with it and having so much fun. Going to Woodhaven and the camping trips, the boating trips on Lake Michigan, the Honda Golden Eagle in the back of the shop. And just being there for us and taking the kids everywhere. He loved the kids, from his own kids to his adopted kids to his nieces and nephews. He always took care of everybody, and he was always there no matter what we needed. If it was an ear to listen to come pick us up for the trouble that we caused. I can't tell you how many times he had to come get me at the Rolling Meadows police station for something that I did stupid. But he always was calm and taught me my lessons and took care of me and guided me in a way that I should. Even though in the past few years we haven't kept in contact, there wasn't a day that went by I didn't think of him or just love him, because I always have loved him and always thank him for everything. And I love him so much. I miss him.
All I've got to say for words about her uncle.
As a little girl, Uncle Marv was larger than life. He was just the coolest uncle. And he just had this way about him that I really lived up to. When we came for visits, he would always take us downtown to the Jewish bakeries and delis, and I just thought that was such a treat. I didn't ask much from him, but when I did, he was always there for me, including walking me down the aisle when I got married. I'm so sorry to say we didn't have a close relationship in his later years, but I loved him so much, and I truly miss him.
Marvin was born in Indiana, grew up there until his family moved to Chicago when he was 15 or 16, living in River Forest. Marvin was a good man, yet as human as all of us. He loved his family and being surrounded by everyone, telling stories and laughing all the time. Marvin loved boating and owning the boats over the years he kept on Lake Michigan. He spent so many summers just living on his boat. Also, he loved his motorcycles his whole life, taking lots of trips with Jacob over the years. He had many Harleys, but in the end, it was his Honda Golden Eagle he loved to always be on as much as possible. He'd keep it behind the ceramic shop, prepped and ready to take him in whatever direction he pointed it. In living, we all try to make the world a better place. We try to make a difference wherever we go. Marvin worked hard to make a difference in the lives of his family and friends. May we always remember the best of Marvin and his strength and health. And may his memory always be a blessing, as he was a blessing in all your lives. You are his legacy. May his memory always live on within you. The poet Mary Malloy wrote, "When I die, give what's left me away to children and old people who wait to die. And when you need to cry, cry for your brother and sister walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved. If you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not on your mind. You can love me both by letting hands touch hands, by letting bodies touch bodies, and by letting go children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left to me is love, give me away." We turn together into our pamphlets and read the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. We rise for our memorial prayer, El Malei Rachamim. El Malei Rachamim, Shochen Bamromim, Hamseh V'Nucha Nechona, Tachat Kanfei HaShchina, Im Kedoshim Torim, Kezohar HaKe'Masirim, Et Nishmat Mordechai Ben Shimon Vestel, Shalach Lolamo, Ba'al Rachamim Yasterehu, V'Seter Kanafav Lolamim, Vitor HaChayim Et Nishmato, Adonai Hu Nachalato, V'Yanuach B'Shalom, Al Mishkavo V'Namar Amen. Compassionate God, eternal Spirit of the universe, grant perfect rest in your sheltering presence to Marvin Steinberg, who has entered eternity. O God of mercy, let him find refuge in your eternal presence in the shadow of your wings. Let his soul be bound up in the bond of everlasting life. God is his inheritance. May he rest in peace, and let us say, Amen. We continue in the pamphlets with the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
V'yalma divrach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei d'chol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala v'zman kariv v'maru.
Amen.
Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yitabach v'yitpa'ar v'yomam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudusha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma v'maru.
Amen.
Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'maru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'maru.
Amen.
May God grant peace to all who mourn and comfort to all our bereaved, as we say together.
Amen.
As we prepare to put earth into the grave of a loved one, it is custom to put 3 scoopfuls of sand or earth showing the devotion you come to this task we wish we didn't have to do, to show that you don't come to this mitzvah that can never be repaid lightly. We've placed earth from Israel in there, and you can put the scoop back into the earth and let each person come to the mitzvah themselves. We approach.
We will ask those of you participating, please be very mindful of your footing near the edge of the grave. The ground is soft, so please be very careful.
There will be a luncheon at Jameson's Char House on 1331 West Dundee following the conclusion of the services here, and the address is in your folders.
We do it like this, but I like
Drive the old house now and then, you know. Yeah.
Just a minute, the gentleman from the cemetery will bring in their equipment to complete the burial. Do you want to stay while they do that? Okay, all right. I'm going to ask everyone to step back behind the chairs here. Yeah. Okay.
God comfort you and be with you in this time of most. This concludes the service and the burial. If you wish to return to your cars, it's gold. I know it's endless meeting at Jameson's.
Our services here are now concluded. We will ask everyone to please return to your cars. Those of you joining the family at the meal of condolence, please join them at the restaurant. Thank you.
What's the address on that restaurant? Do you remember, sir? 13. Let me grab you a folder. It's on there. Oh, it's on there. Okay, then we have it. Yeah, we have that.
Yes, we'll be there shortly.
Okay. 5 minutes.
Yeah, ours doesn't.